Well, the Wisconsin Badgers went to Detroit knowing they had to win the Big Ten tournament to advance to the NCAA tournament. They beat Ohio State on Friday, but fell in double overtime to Penn State on Saturday, and the season came to an end. But 20 wins and a lot of excitement at the Kohl Center this year. I'm Brian Hosick, the radio voice of Wisconsin hockey, and head coach Tony Granato joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
Well, Tony, your club gave it a heck of a run in Detroit at the Big Ten Tournament. You beat Ohio State in a thrilling game on 2-1 on Friday night. In the semifinals, you advanced to the championship game knowing you need to win to get into the NCAA Tournament, and you fire 52 shots on goal. Your guys left it all on the ice, but Peyton Jones, the Penn State netminder, was really good, and he was the difference, wasn't he?
He was. I thought Barry and Arnett played great, and that's what you expect in a playoff game or an elimination game. You expect two goalies to step up and have great performances. The guys left it on the ice, like you said. We threw everything at them. I thought we played as solid of a game as you'd want to play in that type of situation. I thought all our guys played excellent. The energy was great. We battled through 2.5 periods without scoring a goal to get the tire on the power play on Ustaski's goal. And you feel like you deserve better, but when you leave a small margin of error where you have to win, even though sometimes you feel like you played good enough to win, it just wasn't meant to be. And great goaltending trumps a lot of great performances on the other end. So we had guys that probably could have had 3 or 4 points in that game that got shut out, that played outstanding hockey, and you give your credit to the goal you played, and you wish that you had a better or second chance at it, but we don't, and I think we can be proud of how we played. Like you said, the Ohio State game the day before was an outstanding game, and be proud of how the year went.
Yeah. In that Ohio State game, Luke Cunnin scored late in the first period. Badgers up 1-0. Buckeyes tied it, and then you got a big goal from Will Johnson in the third, took a 2-1 lead. And then you had a long power play at the end of the game when Ohio State senior defenseman Josh Healy took a 5-minute major. And it was a thing of beauty how your club played the hockey you needed to play. You didn't have to score there, but just possess the puck and keep Ohio State's netminder in the net. I mean, that's classic postseason winning hockey right there.
It was. There were so many things in that game that put us in that position to have a chance to put them away like that. Again, I thought we played really, really well. So, but that major penalty with 2.5 minutes to go, we put the 2 defensemen out there. Tischke and Linhart started it, and basically we just said, "Hey boys, we're killing the clock. So you're puck protecting, you're keeping it down low. They're gonna chase you around the rink. Just keep advancing it past them and protecting it, and work it down low and kill the clock." And that's, like you said, that was pretty impressive. And I told the guys after the game, I think that was their best power play of the season.
Sure. That also gave Wisconsin 20 wins this season. Not sure how many people expected Wisconsin to win 20 games. There was a ton of attention on you and Don and Marco Sicchi taking over the program back on March 30th. And kudos to your staff, but kudos to your players, because they had to buy into the transition and work and learn a new system. And they got it down for the most part to a T, and brought the fans back into the arena and brought fans some excitement and entertainment that we hadn't seen here in a couple of years.
And I agree, Brian, a lot of the attention was made on the coaching change, and that was fine and dandy early. And as the year went on and it kept pointing to the coaches and whatever for different things, I thought we overlooked or whatever. It was just too much attention on the coaches. I thought the players were a phenomenal group to coach. I thought they were an exciting team. I thought they were a talented team that played a ton of great hockey, and coming that close to being in the tournament. You look at, there's 3 teams from the Big Ten that are in the tournament. we finished in second in the Big Ten Conference and in the playoffs, and we're not one of those three. So we know we were close. We know we could play with Minnesota and Penn State and Ohio State. But this year we just fell a little short. But like you said, I think the attention and the credit on how this year went was the commitment that we got from the players. We had great leadership. We had great young players come in that add a lot of energy to our program. We had players elevate their play to win a lot of postseason awards, and like you said, have a ton of entertaining hockey for our fans to see.
The coach's staff helped develop some very good young players this season. More on that coming up in just a moment.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health. Remarkable.
So many great storylines with this Wisconsin hockey program. The emergence of Aiden Cavallini, the senior forward who had a breakout year. We saw Matt Ustaski develop as well. He's always had the skills. Peter Tischke and Jake Linhart, solid defensive pair, and Jack Berry proved that, you know what, he could be a #1 goaltender.
Absolutely, and we've talked about this as the year went on. I didn't know Jack Berry. I knew he was a recruit. I knew where he came from. Never saw him play. Didn't have film on him. So when he got into the start of the year and we saw him on the ice for the first time, we kind of said, well, you know what, this kid's got potential. And even though you look good in practice, you never know what a psyche of a goalie is going to be until you put him in a challenging position. And right out of the gate, you know, we threw him in a couple games. We threw him in the BC game, and wow, he handled that pretty well. Then you throw him, okay, Matty got hurt, now you got to start. Right. How are you going to handle that? No problem. Then you throw him in playoff games and Big Ten games and everything else like that, and he's just got a great demeanor to him. He's a competitor, he's a winner, he's a poised kid, he's a confident kid, but he's not overly arrogant. He's a real, just nice teammate to have for a starting goaltender, and I think his influence was huge on the calmness of how our team played in front of him. And for a freshman kid to come in and do that, we were really, really lucky to have a kid like that step up and give us the performance that he did.
Yeah, Jack Berry, by the way, gave up only 3 goals in 146 minutes at the Big Ten tournament. Luke Cunnin, your captain, sophomore, 19 years old, 22 goals for Luke. Many believe that he may have played his last game at Wisconsin. Any idea if we'll see Mr. Cunnin back in a Badger uniform?
Well, he's going to have a decision to make for sure. I think that the opportunity to turn pro and or have a chance to go play with the Wild organization will be there for him, which was certainly earned. 22 goals in college hockey, being the captain of our team, being the captain of the U.S. junior national team and winning a gold medal there. His leadership, his work ethic, and his preparation to get ready for a pro career, he's done everything he possibly can. So, from our standpoint as coaches, if he's ready for that decision and the Wild are ready for it, I think he should go. And from that standpoint, I don't want to say, Luke, you owe us another year or 1 more year is going to help you get ready for pro hockey. When he's ready, he should go. And I think what he's done and how he's done it, if he does turn pro, he'll be ready to be a really good pro hockey player and hopefully have a great career with the Wild.
Yeah, and the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Trent Frederick, told reporters after the game Saturday that he for sure plans to return to Wisconsin for his sophomore season.
I like that, nice. For sure.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, Trent had a phenomenal year, and I think he's close to being ready for pro hockey. I was fortunate enough to play 4 years here, and I know the experience of playing more in college and maturing more as a human being, more importantly to get ready for life as a professional. The extra year or 2 really does help, and I think from Trent's perspective, what he's done on the ice has been a remarkable season. His skill development is certainly getting close to being ready for pro hockey. If he's ready, the same thing I'd say to Luke. If the Boston Bruins think you're ready to play and you think you're ready, you should go. But I'm hoping what he said, for sure, it makes me feel better now that we would have Trent back for next year, because he's a huge part of our team. He was for a freshman to come in and have the impact that he did on our team was outstanding, and we'll hopefully have him back.
Yeah, and finally, number of recruits coming in next season. I think it's safe to say, Tony, that the best is yet to come for this program.
Yeah, we're in good shape with who we got coming in next year, and I think the biggest thing for us this year was to lay the foundation down on how we wanted to play, and the kids that were here gave us that foundation. So a ton of credit to our players, to Jimmy Schneider is a guy we sometimes overlook on the stuff that he implemented from a conditioning and a training standpoint, a competitive standpoint on how he got things going for our team in the summer to get ready for this season was really a big impact as well. And I think the fans have been very supportive. The media has been unbelievably supportive on what we're trying to do here. And it was a big step for us. But there's a ways to go on where we want to be. And obviously the lessons learned this year, I think, from our home record not being as good as it needed to be, from our non-conference games, being okay but not good enough. I think those are the things now that we're going to have to focus on making sure we take care of, so when we get down to a tournament, you don't have to win the last game. You hopefully position yourself a little bit better, and I think we've learned a lot from the experiences that we had through this year. But great job by our players.
Yeah. Thank you. It was a fun season.
And lastly, for your support and how you've represented the Badgers has been outstanding. You make it easy on me on all our different things we got going on, but you're certainly a great person to have representing our program, so thanks for everything you did for us this year. It was exciting.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Brad.
That's Badgers head coach Tony Granato. Hey, by the way, the Big Ten will look different next season. Notre Dame joins the league, and North Dakota is on the non-conference schedule. Badgers will open the 2017-18 season October 6th and 7th at the Kohl Center against Ohio State. For Tony Granato, I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.